My friends, hello. So I shared with you how I was on a series of career highs, and then we had all sorts of great things happening with the organization I was serving, the nonprofit I was serving. We were getting money. It was great. COVID hit, screwed everything up. We got money from the CARES Act. Everything was great, and then money didn't show up, and I had to lay myself off. This was 7 months ago. Then I shared with you that the next thing that I did was I was offered a role, and I turned that down. The next thing that I did was this porch drinks series where I had a bunch of people come and one-on-one spend time with me and listen to me process through my experience, but also help reflect on what I was thinking next and what they were hearing and what they thought made sense. And then the next thing that I decided to do was and that porch drinks thing was just awesome. I really recommend it. It was really cathartic. So if you're going through what I've been going through, it's something I'd recommend. Have some people you trust come by and give you counsel. The next thing that happened was out of those conversations, I really came to the conclusion that I didn't want to work for anyone else. I had throughout my career, I had always been one of the top people on the team. And particularly over the last 10 years or so, I'd always been the number two person. I'd been a partner in an education consulting firm for the last almost 7 years, but I was still, the number two person on that team. And I was ready to be the number one person. I was ready to lead the charge and do things on my own. I just didn't have a stomach for working for someone else anymore. I really wanted to make an impact the way I wanted to make an impact, and I really wanted to serve. This was something that was it's been deeply ingrained in me for really the entirety of my life. I was when I graduated from my undergraduate degree at Michigan State, I had the opportunity to be the commencement speaker, spoke in front of 5,000 people, and my topic was on service and giving back and serving as we have been served. And so I've always had this deep within me, and I really wanted to figure out, how do I serve next? And so I had some ideas, I had some thoughts. I didn't want to go in direct competition with the organization I had been with. That didn't seem like a helpful or wise or meaningful path for anyone. It was just going to cause more confusion and problems for everyone, and it wouldn't have been helpful. And it wasn't interesting. I'd already done it, and I'd already been ranked as best in the world. So I wanted to do something else. So I had some ideas. What can I do next? What do I want to do next? Who do I want to do it with? And what I finally decided to do was I went to some of my old clients and people who had been good friends that I had provided counsel to informally. And so I went to a bunch of these people and said, would you just record for me like a 2-minute little testimonial about the impact that I've made on your life? And that was it. That's all the direction I gave them. Just 2 minutes, and it's going to help me to figure out what I want to do next, and I'll probably use it for promotional activities when I figure that out. And what was cool was I got 35 of these videos back, and they were just amazing. They were absolutely amazing. If nothing else, the one thing that it did was, I was in this mental state of still a little bit of confusion and frustration and angst over, having been working for 19 years and suddenly unemployed without actually failing at anything, and to hear people talking about how I impacted them was a tremendous confidence boost. So if anything else, if that's something that you can do for yourself, go to people that you've worked with in the past and say, hey, can you say something nice about me? and it'll make it feel good. But what came out of it was really fantastic, because there were commonalities that I guess kind of make sense, but I didn't necessarily expect. And that became very, very informative for the organization that I'm now beginning. And I look forward to sharing more about that in the next couple of days with you today. I just wanted to share about what I did here with these testimonial videos, and I'm going to share one. I'll share one today for you as well. I'll share one of those in my link as well. But yeah, so for you, if you're going through this experience of COVID unemployment, particularly if it's really of no fault, it's just is. I suggest go talk to some people that that you trust and that you have worked closely with, and ask them, could you share the impact I've made on your life? And here's something that you can do if you're not one of those people. Make one anyway for someone else that you do know who's unemployed. Because what you're going to do is you're going to boost them, for sure. You're going to boost them, but it may also inspire them. It may enlighten them to something they never realized that they had done for you. You can help somebody else by spending just 2 minutes of your time saying, here's the nice thing that they did for me and here's the impact it made on my life. When you do that, what's going to happen is they're going to feel phenomenal and you're going to feel great too.